Let's find somewhere comfy where we can be still for a little while. Our legs, a stable base. Spine expanding next time we take an in-breath, lengthening a little. And as we take the out-breath, let's soften into our seat. Let our shoulders relax and find the balance between alert and relaxed. And we'll take 1 or 2 breaths as we pause the external world. And we'll notice how it feels to do that. So to help us into a healthier, more relaxed state of mind, we're going to relax our body first. So keeping that slightly lengthened spine so there's plenty of room for our breath. Let's allow our forehead to soften. The top of our head, our scalp softening. And imagining a wave of relaxation flowing over the body slowly. Our eyes and our jaw, the base of the neck more relaxed. Head balanced right on the top of our spine, so we need almost no effort to hold ourselves up. Shoulders are sliding away from the ears, arms soft and hanging, our hands resting somewhere they can be comfortable, still and quiet. We'll see if we can relax and soften our back a little, bringing it into alignment, into neutral. Our ribs raising and falling slowly, comfortably, with a relaxed breath. And our belly using minimal amounts of energy, mostly soft. Hips and pelvis soft. Pelvic floor released. Thighs and knees at ease. Neutral. The shins and the calves relaxed and quiet, somewhere they can be comfortable. The ankles, the top of the feet, underneath the feet, and each little toe at rest for a little while. Let's notice the whole body more comfortable, a little quieter. We're going to find some mental comfort now by taking ourselves in our imagination to somewhere we love to be, somewhere we'd love to go, something we'd love to experience. What's most important here is that it feels good. Imagining it as best we can, in as much detail as we can. And if our mind wanders, let's agree here and now that that's okay. And we just return without any fuss, any criticism, to the focus of enjoying this place, this time. And so our mind feels a little more relaxed and at peace. I invite you now to draw some energy into your heart space with your breath. Imagine the breath flowing in and out of your heart space. Comfortable, relaxed breath. Each time we breathe in, let's imagine energy, the universe, the power of the universe flowing into our heart space. And as we exhale, that space becomes more radiant, energized and activated. Inhale, energy flows in, as if downhill. Exhale, we shine. Breath is still comfortable and at ease. we're going to inquire of our heart space from the central eye about our desires for a fulfilling, satisfying career, a job that we want to do. So I invite you now to frame a question or two for your inner self, your heart space. And to ask your inner self in your heart space the question and listen. Listen intently for a response. Do I have a calling that is unfulfilled? Do I have a smouldering desire to do something different? To provide a service or a product that could create joy in other people's lives. Feeling the responses. There's no right or wrong here. What comes up? Feel into whatever is offered to you. If you've had a response and immediately brushed it away, revisit that. Invite it back in. Explore that space, that feeling, that landscape, that possibility. What will it look like? What will it feel like? And as we visualize, start to crystallize those desires that may start off vague. As they become more detailed, our mind may want to chip in. So let's attend to that now. But before we do, Let's use the breath to energize, activate our mind, our third eye chakra. Inhale and allow that universal energy, power, love, light to pour in to the center of our brain. Invite it in. Exhale, it starts to become luminous. Any way you like. Allow this to happen if it feels odd. Allow it to be so. Inhale the energy in, exhale the light to start to radiate. Not forcing the breath, working with our natural breath. And so, as we contemplate this change, this new career, we start to feel fears often, doubts, problems, obstacles. And I invite you now to welcome them in. Because if we ever wish to take steps towards that dream, we need to deal with the fear. I invite you to hold those fears as if you are holding them in your cupped hands. Hold the fearful part of you with love. With compassion. They are there for a reason. It's warning you about something that could happen. Trying to help in its own way. They seem to shrink a little bit when we do this. But there will be times if we decide to take action, if we contemplate action, there will be times when the mountain seems insurmountable, too big to even take a step. And when that happens, I invite you to use a practice like this to balance your heart and your head, your desires and your fears. And decide which you want to lead you. Because whichever we pick, if we pick our desires as more important, or if we pick our fears as more important, we are right. And so we are free to choose which we let lead us, which we follow. And when we are able to look from this perspective, our challenges, those problems, start to change into challenges to be overcome. They stop being insurmountable obstacles and become smaller hurdles, because there will be a way. And then we take a step, an action, and we start to crystallize, to form our dream in the world. And it may take 1,000 steps, it may not. A baby step in the direction of our dream. Just one. Maybe one today. Maybe one tomorrow. And whenever the fear takes hold of us, I invite you to take hold of the fear with compassion. To face our fear and to grow. Because at a time when everything is changing, the world is changing so rapidly, that can be terrifying or opportunity, depending on our perspective. We change with, embrace the new, our own version that we can build, because the world is changing. And that chaos is raw materials for building. It's universal energy. With the right perspective. Resting for a moment with the dream, with our heart. Wandering in that landscape that is as yet unformed. Everything around you was once an idea in somebody's head that they were able to build in the world. And so can you. So we will prepare to return to the external world. Holding our dream and our fear a little more consciously. I invite you to revisit them often, to power yourself forward. So we'll take a few energizing breaths, once again drawing in that prana into our body. It's gonna give us the tendency to move. And we'll have a little stretch. And slowly return to our waking state of consciousness. There's no hurry to the tasks of the day. Thank you for practicing with me.